Hello.
Hello, my name is
Caitlin. I'm Alanis. Nice meeting you. So today, anything that is being discussed and during this whole counseling session, just know it will stay between us. So no need for you to feel as if you can't tell me anything. You can feel free to open in any form. Um, that doesn't mean if you don't feel comfortable telling me something, you don't have to, but just for future references. So, what brings you in here today, Caitlin?
Well, I'm having trouble about talking about my granddaddy.
Okay.
He passed.
So your granddaddy passed. How long did this event happen?
It happened Saturday at 12.
Okay. So does this make you feel what are the feelings going through your head? Does this make you feel sad?
Yes, it made me feel sad.
Sad.
But when I feel sad, sometimes I call my dad and tell him I'm having a rough day.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume this is your dad's father that passed.
Yes.
Okay. So, is that the only person you have close from your dad's from your granddad's side is your dad?
Your dad and my aunties.
Okay. So having his daughter as well. So having his their support there, does it help you balance that sad feeling in between?
Yes.
It does. So tell me a little bit more about how you deal with being sad.
Well, sometimes I don't cry in front of folks, but when I had told my roommate, Alanis, I had told her, and she just told me, well, if you need anything, it'll be okay.
Right. So whenever you talk to different people and you tell them about your feelings, that kind of helps you bring out the inner you and you feel yourself. So what are things you wish that you could have done differently whenever talking about your granddad to other people?
I'd say I'll pull the person to the side and tell them about it, and they'll hug me and say it's gonna be okay. You can cry when you want to. You can scream when you want to.
Right.
You can let it out.
And that's always a good thing, like being able to cry, being able to scream, being able, if you even want to curse, like anything, that is okay because that is part of dealing with your emotions. So when it comes to dealing with your emotions and feeling sad, is there any times that you want to just, is there any other feelings that like go with the sad feeling? Like, does anything make you angry by not having your granddad?
Well, it's gonna be. Well, it's still gonna be sad because he's not gonna be here for Thanksgiving.
Right. And this is the first Thanksgiving that you guys are not. Well, you guys as a family are not spending with him, so that can be, hard as well. And I know it's not easy from personal experience. Maybe that connection between your granddad and my grandparent was a little different, but just dealing with people as a whole can be different, so I can't compare our relationship. But having somebody as a grandparent pass away can be tough. So whenever you go through that, you see, wow, I'm not the only one going through it. So that at times kind of may help you. Does that help you, or sometimes whenever you can see that other people are going through the same thing? Yeah. And then, having people there for you really means a lot. Like, how did you feel when your roommate was there to help you?
I felt good.
You felt good? What are things that you're going to intake from not having your granddad there? So what are things that you can possibly do to make him happy?
You want me to finish college? Graduate.
Okay. So what's your major, if you don't mind me asking? You don't know exactly what you want to do yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So, whenever you think about school, that's a connection you make also with your granddad by not having him there physically with you, but you feel as if you should make him proud. Is there anything else that,
This we used to watch Cowboys together.
Okay. So all these memories just bring a big happy one to you.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, you can still look back and be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So you came a long way since your granddad passed away. Whenever you visit your family, like let's say for instance your dad, does it bring memories of your granddad or anything?
Yes.
So deep inside, like,
it's like when I visit my family, say if we had like a family event going on, we'll go down to Macon and go see our family.
Okay. So that makes you feel
Happy.
That makes you feel happy. Okay, so by you feeling happy, like you see at everything and you be like, wow, like, you know,
Really,
he's basically, you feel as if he's still around in the atmosphere even though he's not there physically. Is that something you feel?
yeah.
So what would you do from now on, or tell people in life whenever they have an event that happens like this?
Well, I tell them like, sometimes I'm going through something and I just don't feel like being bothered.
Right.
Or something like that.
So whenever you talk to, let's say, for instance, to another person that their granddad or a grandparent passed, how would you help that person, overcome?
Well, because last time I went in my friend room, KK, and I had cried in front of her too.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this other girl who I met too. She was there, and she was telling me about her dad, how she lost her dad when she was little.
Oh, okay. So there's things in life that you can relate to, and as well as in general, like, it makes you feel happy, like you said. All right. So, has there ever been a time where you just felt completely down? How did you overcome that?
I cried and listened to music.
So you cry and listen to music? So those are things that help you cope, listening to music and crying.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you listen to music, does it bring that, happy feeling in you?
It does.
And have you ever tried to listen to different music, or you just listen to one? Different music. So listening to different music helps you express that happy feeling, but in different areas and in different ways. Okay. Has there been a time where you've just felt like you wanted to listen to music but maybe you couldn't, or that you really wanted to?
Basically, I cry myself to sleep.
So you will cry yourself to sleep. So that's when the crying will come in, if you're not able to listen to music. So whenever you either listen to music or cry, that's like a emotion reliever for you. So deep inside, you feel as if you're still sad about your granddad's passing, but you feel as if little by little you can overcome it. So whenever you think about it, do you feel good about the fact that you're kind of overcoming, because that's something that maybe he wanted for you to do?
Yes.
And has there been times where you're like, maybe not, I need to stay back and just mourn about his death, or you try not to do it as much?
It's like I just stay in my room or don't go nowhere.
Okay.
But people will try to tell me to come out and go somewhere with them.
So basically, like, the whole dealing with your granddad's death, it's been a tough situation for you, but you're slowly overcoming it, like I said before. And so slowly but surely, you're gonna be at a point that you can sit there and maybe have the same conversation I'm having with you to somebody else. Maybe let them open up to you about a granddad's or grandparents passing, and maybe you're able to help either older people or younger people about situations like this. Is there ever, like, have you ever thought of doing anything like that, like personally, just doing things for other people, like getting them, influencing them?
But I help them if they need some help.
So you're at a good level where you can, you're going through things, but then again, like, you're able to help other people, and it doesn't collide or doesn't interfere with whatever you have going on. Because maybe some people, it may be hard for them to deal with what they're going through and trying to help other people, even though, at times, like, you shouldn't just not help anybody. But, some people really can't help other people if they're going through situations themselves. So that's a really good point that you made, that you are able to help other people while still overcoming your situation. So is there anything you have to say to me for this session today? That's it. So do you feel like you had a listening ear? Okay. Well, the next session that we have, we'll be discovering a little bit more and see where you're at. Maybe you can tell me a situation where you were able to help somebody overcome that. Maybe any situation, like, even if somebody's going through things, you can help them overcome that. So that's what we can work on next time. Maybe we can do a plan for you and what works best for you, and maybe a little schedule where you can just go ahead and put your priorities before, and trying to make your granddad proud, like you said. And we'll just focus on that. Is there anything else that you need from me? All right. Thank you for coming today. See you next time.